All right, SoFi update here on the 10th. So I'm gonna go ahead and say before I do the technical analysis on SoFi again, this is secondary to the overall market. I said this in the last video. If SPY doesn't hold the 50 in the weekly this week, then all technical analysis goes out the window because the market could technically crash at this point. If it finishes this Friday below 563, our next support, let's go to the weekly. The next support after this, it's below all moving averages on the daily and the weekly. The next support is actually the 100 on the weekly. And that's sitting all the way down here at 510. So at this point, it's really going to come down to the overall market. It has nothing to do with any Elliot Wave or any of that stuff on SoFi. I'm still going to make a video talking about it. But again, a lot of invalidations are going to happen because the overall market is not supporting an individual stock. You do have some stocks that are bouncing today, but those are very few and far between. Like example is EMPH and ELF. Those two are bouncing today. They were already down 50–60%. So they're kind of defying the overall market. They're saying we've been down for such a long time, it doesn't really matter anymore, basically. They might have had news too. I haven't really been following them. But anyway, I just want to make a point that the overall market overrides any individual stock analysis or technical analysis. With that being said, we did invalidate this move being a first wave higher. What does this look like to me? It looks to me like a WXY move though. So we have A, B, C, we have A, B, C, and then we have a 5-wave move down. This would be W. It's an ABC move. We get a very short move, and I talked about this in previous videos. It could be an X wave, and that's what it's looking like to me. W, X, and then we get a gap down here. That's the A wave. We get a short retrace here. That's a B wave, and then we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. If you look at the 1.61 fib, that is sitting here at 1107 is where I'd be looking at for a bottom. And then that would be the Y wave. That could be the end of the fourth wave, 100%. Or it turns into a triple 3, which unfortunately is a thing. W, X, Y, and we get a Z wave down here. Something like that is possible as well. If that happens, I'd probably be targeting down here at like $9. This is the next like big zone right here at $9. And that could still actually be a fourth wave. It could be a diagonal fourth wave here. So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Or we bottom right here and go higher. Let's look at the parallel lines here on SoFi. This helps me out a lot. So we have this first to the third wave. Let's see if we've even hit the midpoint. I think we have. So we've hit over the midpoint. This is good enough for me for a fourth wave. So this could be the end right here. I'm completely fine with this being a fourth wave. Before I had said it needs a little bit more consolidation. Well, we've gotten that. We've gotten the consolidation, enough consolidation. We've retraced all the way to past the 0.38 fib. So yeah, it could be the bottom right here of the fourth wave. And if that's the case, we'd be heading up to, again, probably $30. $30 now. That'd be the target. If we come all the way down here to 9, it's just going to bring the target down to like 25 to $30. So I still think we're in a fourth wave overall, but it just depends on what the overall market does. I would say that SPY is likely to bounce the rest of the week. But if it does not bounce the rest of the week and it keeps on going down, then we are in a bear market, I think, at that point. You have to say there's a very good chance that everything is going to get invalidated, and we're basically in like a slow motion crash every day, just gap down to new lows. Let's see if there's any options on SoFi. And there is. These people are selling, whoever this is, another 2.55 million. They're selling $15 puts for the 21st. So somebody is just accumulating here, and that gives you confidence that this is probably going to be the bottom. So 1107 is my target for this, for a WXY move, potentially the end of the fourth wave. And again, if it's not the end of the fourth wave, it's more than likely going to be like this. Bounce and then make one more low. That doesn't seem likely, though, because if that were to happen, SPY is going to go lower and has no support there. So taking that all into consideration and looking at Tesla, how far this is oversold and it's about to hit its last gap, if you just logically think about this, 1107 is probably going to be the bottom. So that's pretty much my thoughts on SoFi for right now. Everything's crashing. It's a tough week. Not really that much you could do if you're already long. You could sell covered calls. But yeah, it should be coming to an end, at least short term here in a second, and we should get some relief. One more thing, let's look at Tesla options. So they're buying calls on Tesla. They're selling a bunch of puts. I guess they're selling calls here too. Still a mixed bag on Tesla. But it is kind of encouraging to see they're starting to buy like $4 million here calls. They're selling $6 million of puts. So yeah, we're getting close to the bottom. It looks good. They sold puts on SoFi. Look for 1107 to be the bottom. And if it's not, then something else is happening. And we'll see how it goes when it bounces finally. We should be getting a bounce here shortly. That's it for this video. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates, and I will update you here soon.